Hello everyone, this is Godzilla1, and I'm back with another live stream of Okami, and it's once again Sunday rather than Saturday, because, well, work. That's basically what happened, it's because work. Basically yesterday's work, well, I'll explain actually when people start getting in here, so I'm going to go send out the message. Everyone, just watch it, Amaterasu be adorable. Have a nice day. I'll be back in a few seconds. Hello, back now. And hello, Holy Cross. Glad you can make it. Keep, like... Okay, there, cut down a tree. Okay, everything is on fire over there. But yeah, to answer any questions about why this was not yesterday... why this was not yesterday like it normally is, it's basically work. Like, that's basically all there is to it. It was work. Like, well, no, literally work. Not as in it was too much work for me to do it, but work as in my job in real life that I get paid for. Okay, that tree over there was just like collateral damage, to be honest. But yeah, basically that's what happened. Is my work schedule yesterday just had me coming home too late. Not so much strenuous as timing was bad. Basically, it was too late for me to be able to do the full 2 hours. have time to do anything else, and then go to bed. Like, it would have basically been do the live stream, then go get home, eat as fast as possible, do the live stream, then go to bed. Like, that would have basically been about what I would have had to do yesterday, and I just don't like the idea of that. It just wouldn't have worked. You didn't notice there was a wolf bigger than you are on your roof. I love this sword, by the way. This is a really cool sword. It really should be a good sword because we got it out of Orochi's body, so that makes sense. But yeah, that's basically what ended up happening. For those that don't know, I work at a Dollar General. Not a terrible job. Like, I kind of like it because I have sort of an OCD personality, and it's good for people with an OCD personality. Well, not so much OCD as I like things to be orderly. But yeah, essentially that's what happened. Also, for those wondering, Deltarune's final episode will be Monday, if all goes well. And I have the next game afterwards lined up already. But anyway, let's get into this. Who are you? Oh, what a cute doggy. Are you stuck here too? The big bridge over there, people call it the Big Drawbridge. It's what makes Taka pass with the city. As you can see, they keep the bridge raised these days. And what's going on over the sea? Probably apocalyptic stuff. Hey there, Pooch. You hoping to head over to the sea too? Afraid no one's going anywhere with a drawbridge like that. Even checkpoint guards don't know why it's been raised. But there's something a bit fishy going on. Okay, you still have something. Hey, you understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to a rumor I heard. Apparently there's some mysterious illness in Cyan City. I wouldn't normally believe that kind of rumor, of course, but thinking about what I heard first. Well, it was right around the time the bridge was raised. If the rumor's true, then I guess there's no hurry to leave here. Hi, Trooper! Oh, wait. Hi, Trooper. Welcome to the live stream. To explain why no live stream yesterday, work. And Holy Cross, as for the... There goes the well. There must be a tea house over there. Gets the water. No live stream yesterday because of work. Like, that was basically it. And Holy Cross, as for paying well, it's not the most high-paying thing ever. But it's also not the worst job in the world. In Bullhorn. Like, it's not, it pays decently enough that I can live on it. But days for travelers who didn't make it in the city. What a pity, may they rest in peace. Oh, I can feed things. Oh, little bird. Tiny bird. But, yeah, basically, the situation that, like, my living situation is me and my family all, like, pool our money together. Like, none of us really has what you would call a very high-paying job, or, in the case of my parents, they're retired. But, doing it like this, we make more than enough to live. We make plenty to live on. So, it's one of those things where the way our job is set up, we are perfectly fine. Like, it's enough for us. And I'm able to actually buy a few things that I wouldn't be able, that I just want. Oh, what a pain. Now that the big drawbridge has been raised, I can't get home. Queen Himiko has issued an order to close off the city, but why would she give orders like that with so little doing? So we'll just have to sell my goods here and there. You haven't been sent to do the shopping, have you? Oh, we have lots of bosses in the game. Holy Cross, you probably, from the sound of it, you don't know the exacts of how this game goes. But essentially, Orochi was the Disc 1 final boss. Like, Orochi was the Disc 1 final boss. He was not the final boss. By any stretch of the imagination. He was the, I'm trying to think of how to word it exactly, but essentially, imagine this was an anime. Okay, imagine this whole game's an anime. We just beat, let me think, I'm trying to think of which one. We beat Frieza. We still have Cell and Majin Buu left to beat. Like, in terms of an anime, which I honestly wish this would be an anime. Like, I really do wish this was an anime. You know, I've never used those exorcism slips. I've got plenty of them, but I never used them. The bird statue is covered in flames. Oh, it's a statue of a phoenix. The fire is a nice touch. Okay, so I thought the other stuff was on fire, but it's not. Okay. Oh, the statue looks really old. It's one of those statues meant to protect travelers. But, yeah, we just, basically, again, if this was an anime, we just beat Frieza. Like, we just beat Frieza. That's the guy we just defeated. We still have to beat Cell and Majin Buu. We haven't even gotten to the androids yet. Hello there, what's the matter, Pucci? Why that sad look? You'll never get anywhere looking like that. It's bad luck. I'm Yoshi, the greatest archer among all the city guards. The greatest archer, Yoshi. Smokes, that's some bow you got there, mister. What's this? You brought a friend along with you, Pucci? This is my trusty bow, Golden Fire, the most powerful in all the land. Guarding is rather dull, so I pass the time practicing archery. I'll show you what I can do. Watch this. Okay, that is impressive. Wow, bullseye. Pretty good, huh? There's not a target, the Golden Fire, and I can't hit. Now, my friends, want to have a bite to eat and relax a bit. Oh, you're a nice guy. And that is a cool bow. Ooh, what? Oh. Ah, the curse zone is gone and peace is returned. It's one of the sacred flames returned to the Phoenix statues. Now I won't have to worry about monsters sneaking up at night. The flame's back? Now now's our chance, Tommy. Anyway, you've heard that rumor, haven't you? Yeah, tell me. Okay, apparently Marvel Spider-Man's doing an update. I'm curious about what that is. You haven't heard the rumor about the huge curse zone? Everyone's up in arms because it happened so close to the big day. By that big day, I mean the Kamiki Festival held each year. Plus, it was the 100th festival since that monster was defeated. Everyone's saying it's the 100-year curse. Of course, I was the first one to start spreading that rumor. So we need to use the fire to do something, but I don't know what it is. And those are too far for me to hit. Oh, okay, there's something down here I can do. By the way, I don't know if anyone's been reading the Dragon Ball Super manga that's been going on after the anime it's kind of ended. Mother Tree. Scroll by wandering over. This contains useful information. Okay. But, yeah, basically... the current villain, Moro, I think it's Moro is how it's meant to be pronounced. He's something else. A very interesting villain. Okay, you both got... Okay, you're still alive. Yeah, Maru looks like he's an interesting, very interesting villain. Hello, boys. I'm kind of hoping that I think it's called the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. I really hope it gets adapted into the anime. No, you water, come here. Got a stray bead. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that this now. Okay, I gotta kill these things. Oh, I mean, are those tanukis? I think those are tanukis. Or raccoons. Okay, you know what, let's see. Whoa, okay, that is a very devastating attack. Okay, those exorcism slips are really freaking powerful. I really wish they would make an anime out of this game. Like, I honestly do think they should. I mean, everything about it, from the art style to everything else. Just screams, make an anime out of me. Let me see, can I do anything? No, if I can. Okay, I'm not entirely sure where to go. I'm apparently making something live action involving Mega Man, which sounds like an absolutely horrible idea. But, yeah, they really need to make an anime out of this, because it's just pretty much begging for an anime. Oh, wait. Okay, let's try this and see if that does anything. Not what I was expecting to happen. Okay, so what's this? Oh, it's great. Okay. So how am I supposed to get past this? Like, obviously I need these. Oh, wait. What's this? These are all pretty. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Everyone was kind of Ah, okay. There's a drawbridge before I even had the time to get back in. Now I can shoot a flaming arrow to get to the road. And things like that. Still, I have nothing to look forward to back in the city. I mean, I'm not cut out to be a city guard. You're an adventurer, you do magnificent things. Okay, Detective Pikachu, yeah, that one's one that not a lot of people had a lot of expectations for. Like, not a lot, I don't know many people who had high expectations for Detective Pikachu, but then the trailers came out, and it just looks amazing. Oh, crap. Okay, we might have done something really, really bad. Oh, dear. We just blew up everything. Oh, crap. That was not a good... Okay, that was not what I expected. What in the world? This is terrible. Nothing like this has ever happened before. I was suddenly burst into flames. Oh no. I just remembered. I have business to attend back in the city. Well, since the bridge is back down and all, gotta get back to my guarding job in the city. And I'm not just saying that only to disappear on some adventure. The race archer would never dream of such an act. Well, goodbye and good luck. Are we at all concerned that we just blew up literally everything? Like, he's concerned about the bridge coming down, which I understand, but then explosion. Like, did you not notice that everything exploded? There's a bridge about. I wonder what that fuss was about. You can come and go to the city again, but if the rumor is true, it might be best to wait a while. It's true that there's some mysterious illness inside the city. And maybe now is not the time to do your dashing over the bridge. This is paramount when you're traveling. Remember that, Pooch. So, yeah, everything's on fire now. Like, well, I say everything's... I thought that this was what I needed to do, but that just blows it up. So, yeah. But yeah, Detective Pikachu looks like it's gonna be awesome. Like, and that surprised everyone. Because a lot of people, when it was first announced, a lot of people were, like, expecting it to be something, like, not a very good movie. But it actually was. I mean, it actually looks like it's going to be. I'm honestly surprised, given how Trooper normally reacts to things, that me accidentally blowing up an entire guard station didn't get more attention. Because normally that's the kind of thing Trooper reacts to. But I honestly did not expect everything to explode. Like, why did everything explode? Well, okay, I know why everything exploded. He fired a magic arrow into a giant cannon, but... Oh, well, you missed an explosion. But, yeah, but Detective Pikachu does look like it's going to be really good. The CGI is really good. Like, I'm surprised by how good the CGI is looking in that movie. I'm trying to think of more stuff I can say about Detective Pikachu I haven't said already, but it is a good, like, it's it's a premise that seems like it might be interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Ryan Reynolds playing Pikachu? Like, is that who's playing him? I don't know if I'm right or wrong in that assumption. Well, at least we're healing the damage we caused to this area. Or that was already here and covered by everything. That's a smart idea, actually. Like, that is actually a nice idea. If that's true, then that's a nice... That is not only nice to do to the fan, but nice in general and a good idea. I wish they'd done that with the Sonic movie. Now, again, I don't hate the Sonic movie. Like, I don't hate on the Sonic's design. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. Okay, that's Ryan. That's something I expect from Ryan Reynolds. And let's be honest, if Deadpool ends up in the MCU, it has to be Ryan Reynolds. No one else can play that character. Like, he is just perfect. Hello, horse. But yeah, that makes sense to hire someone like that to do the design. Well, Nolan North, yeah. There are some characters who just have, like, perfect casting. Like, he's one of them. A lot of the MCU characters have pretty much spot-on perfect casting. Like, when it comes to any of the heroes, I cannot think of one that really doesn't have perfect casting, except to... Like, they seem to not feel like they've cast the Hulk as well as they could have, because they keep changing his actor. Which is only notable because everyone else has, like, consistent, hey, the big city, you'll probably find to see like pretty shocking on me. And you're stuck in the boonies for 100 years. For me, I can't wait to check out all the cute babes. Haha. Says that they were looking at his designs while they were preparing to work on the movie, when they thought, why don't we hire this guy? Well, of course, that is something I wish they would do more of. Hey, what the heck is going on? Orochi's stupid curse zone spread all the way out here? I mean, this is even past the city checkpoint. Besides, we already did away with that sneaky slope. Can't believe the curse zone hasn't gone away here. It must have been one strong curse for the wasteland to survive, even after its maker croaked. Still, I wonder. Well, again, there was a darkness that rose out of Orochi's corpse, so we can assume that the big bad, that Orochi is just, is only part of the problem. Which, also the fact we've only completed like 1/3 of the game. I'm trying to think of some... You know one person that I'm surprised never played the Joker, to my knowledge? Tim Curry. Why did no one ever approach Tim Curry to play the Joker? He was Pennywise. You know, it kind of makes perfect sense to have him play the Joker at some point. Okay. So yeah, everything is still cursed. Acid. Hello, passageway of death. But you were saying, Holy Cross? Almost made him. He was almost the Batman the Animated Series Joker, but they found him too creepy. Okay, new bad guy who doesn't have a head. What are you? Oh, you're made of stone, so let's blow you up. Let's blow you up. Okay, let's look at the bestiary on this dude. Headless Guardian. Headless Guardians statue possessed by the spirit of a rapscallion. Searching for his head at night, he may knock on your very door, shouting, "Give me my head, back my head, or I'll take yours instead." Okay, that would be terrifying. Then again, we're in Japan. A lot of things in Japan's folklore are extremely terrifying. Okay, that area is cursed. But, so basically he was almost the Batman the Animated Series Joker, and they found his performance too creepy. Well, that means he would have been perfect for one of the darker Jokers, at least. Oh, next time we find something, I might have to check it out. But isn't that the thing that, well, let's see what happens if I do this. Yeah, it does look like a barrel of TNT, but it's for water. I'm not sure what happens if you fill it up, but that's what it looks like it's for. That reminds me, we're going, next time we find a mermaid fountain, I need to go somewhere. But yeah, like Tim Curry is kind of that character, that guy that's perfect. Like I just rewatched Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad a few weeks ago to do a complete monster entry on TV tropes for KiloCon. Which, by the way, if you forgot how bad KiloCon is, he is actually way worse than you probably remember him being. But but Tim Curry was good for KiloCon because KiloCon was supposed to have comical moments, but at the same time be. This is a gardening sapling, isn't it? Poor thing's withered up before it can even bloom. Rev it up a bit before making it bloom. Oh, I've seen all of SSS Gridman. Oh, okay, I get what I need to do. How would I get that up here? I need to head all the way back here and do something with this. The thing is, we need to get water somewhere. But I don't even know how I'm supposed to move this thing. Like, obviously we need to get the water up there somehow, but I don't know how. That's the thing. Oh, wait, that one might be it. But I've seen all of SSS Gridman, and I loved it. I loved that they included, you know, references to everything from both Gridman and Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Like, it was a joint homage to both. Which I like. And World Healing Wave. Well, mild World Healing Wave. Now I'm in water. Yami does not like being in water. But now what? Yeah, it would be neat. Okay, I need to get it up to here. Okay. But yeah, it would be neat, especially since they originally planned for Gridman Sigma to be the successor series they intended to do. But that fell through, which is why Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad ended up on a cliffhanger. Aww, we helped it. And now it's a giant tree. Because magic. Well, magic and tree gods. But, yeah, I would like a new Gridman series, because Gridman's always cool. Like, Gridman was a cool series. Yeah, it does. And another thing is SSS... Oh, this is a big world healing wave. That was a huge world healing wave. And beautiful. I love world healing waves. But, yeah. Like, the thing... Like, and another thing is SSS Gridman was a huge success. Like, that did way better than everyone imagined. Well, the curse is out of here. Now, this is a Hiroshima coast I know and love. Actually, I really don't know it all that well, but... See that sunken ship? I don't remember seeing that and seeing it there before. Anyway, Hiroshima coast is where you'll find the big city. Xi'an City is just a bit of a walk from here. You'll find almost anything you can imagine here. How about we mosey on over for a ball? Hello, bird. Here, have some seed. But like SSS Quadruple S Gridman was a huge success. Like, it did way better than anyone imagined it was going to. Like, it exceeded all expectations on what everyone expected. And like, even me and some of my friends who don't like Toku, but they didn't like Toku, but they liked Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, really liked SSS Gridman. So, and that was a really good series. Oh, hello, horse. Or a cow. You're a cow. But yeah, with that in mind, the possibility of a new Gridman series is very, very likely. Because again, it did so well. Yeah, Inuyasha is also based on a lot of Japanese folklore, too. And Japanese folklore is freaking terrifying! Okay, so that didn't work. Like, word of warning, if you ever go to Japan and anything asks you any question at all, run. Well, no, don't run. It's a trick question. If you don't know the proper answer, you will die. Yeah, you have a bit more to chew, you don't. Okay, so this is more than just a bigger, badder version of that. But yeah, a lot of stuff in Inuyasha was freaking terrifying, and a lot of that was because it was from Japanese folklore, and Japanese folklore is freaking terrifying. Like again, if you're ever visiting Japan and anything vaguely mysterious asks you a random question out of nowhere, you might be doomed. I wish I was exaggerating, but that is the truth. If you don't know the right answers to some of the quick questions, a lot of things in Japanese folklore will mercilessly murder you. Oh, this is unnecessarily creepy. Oh, we're back at the prophetess girl. Son, I knew you'd come, White Wolf. You are troubled. Well, if you are the money ready, I'm interested. Yeah, that is true. So here's a bit of advice. If you're terrified if you are one of those people with the spider phobia, arachnophobia, I would suggest looking up Lucas the Spider on YouTube. It's adorable and is probably the one spider you will not be terrified of. Unless it's what the bones have to say, friend. Oh, it's coming to me. I can see it. A large and prosperous city has lost its water. A sharpened blade must be raised from the water around the city. A new path will open before your eyes. I can't tell you any more for now. You'll have to seek out clues yourself. Yeah, but even if you're not an arachnophobe, look up Lucas the Spider on YouTube because it is just so adorable. Like, it is one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my life. Ooh, I can get these chests now. Hello, rabbit. Like, essentially, the entire idea of Lucas the Spider is an animator tried to make spiders adorable, and succeeded. It helps that it's a jumping spider, and jumping spiders are one of those things that are really cute. Like, if you've never seen a jumping spider, they're actually, well, some species of jumping spiders, but they're actually kind of adorable. Okay, I saw a rabbit running around here. Where'd it go? I want to feed it. Oh, there you are. I think you guys like herbs, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that would not like a spider to crawl on me, but I'm not afraid of spiders. Okay, where did we end up? Oh wait, this is actually exactly kind of where I wanted to end up. Let's see now. But spiders don't scare me. But I wouldn't like them crawling on me. But I don't hate spiders. I do believe where I need to go is in there. So there's something that someone informed me about this game that I need to go check out. No, it wasn't in this cave. I honestly have no idea where it is, actually. Yeah, there's no rush in finding this. I'm pretty sure it's not a... Pretty sure we're not in one of those things where you lose it forever if you don't. Wow, that's new. Oh, okay, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. That wasn't where I thought I was going. But yeah, anything like Jirai Gumo and various yokai, and any spider-related yokai in general are pretty dang terrifying. But I would like to also add that just yokai in general are scary. I think this was where I came from, right? Yeah. Still don't know how to deal with this thing. I do this. Oh, this is something I couldn't access before, so where does it go? I guess onto a roof. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what I was supposed to do with that. There is I was informed of something, but I forget where it is, and the person who told me is not in the chat right now, so... Okay, so we are here, and... Okay, those guys are a little bit tougher than previous dudes. So, I've got enough to upgrade pretty much anything. Like, the Astral Pouch, is there really any real reason I need to do it? Like, you can upgrade it, but what do you get if you do? I don't know. Like, honestly, I think health is probably my best bet right now. Like, unless you want money, there's really no reason you need to fight these guys. Okay, you know what? Let's blow you up. seem to work pretty dang well on those guys. Okay. But there's not really much reason to fight them. Yeah, those tombstones looks like they've been here forever and they're so weather beaten. See these little foxes. There's a guy up here. Iterant monk. Oh, how inconvenient. The ancient Coco temple is at the top of the hill, but the priestess in charge is always busy and never there. I'm afraid you've wasted your journey like me, wolf. Okay, these guys are a little faster. Okay, that's new. I don't really have anything that can deal with these guys yet. Okay, there's an eye, which I think is a fire guy, right? Yeah. Well, you I can still use to attack your butt. So what happens if I use... Oh, I can't do anything with it. I see, just trees help in this situation. No, but that seems to weaken both of them. Okay, but wind does seem to weaken both of them. Those are actually tougher enemies. Let's look for the bestiary because we just met some new dudes. Bell Guardian, possessed by the sadness of a monk who disliked the sound of the temple bell, the statue digs underground and sounds a bell in search of its lost head. Jump if you hear, give back my head. Jumping makes him lose sight of the target and return underground. Thunder Ear. The old saying says, good medicine often leaves a bitter taste. These may seem harsh to the ears, but it is for our own good. The spirits of those who cannot take advice are bound to wheels. Perhaps wind could drown out the harsh words of this foe. Okay, so they're vulnerable to wind. Good to know. Okay, there's someone else down here. And it's such a shame the ship stranded out there on the rocks. Mina was so close to port, but then it was attacked by that terrifying water dragon and sunk. He says there's an invaluable treasure in it too, but the water dragon makes it too dangerous to sail these seas. Water dragon? Just think twice about bathing in here, you know. The water dragon wouldn't hesitate to snap up a wolf like you. This is water dragon you keep talking about. You don't know about the water dragon? The huge dragon god rampaging about in the seas around here. Yeah, it's definitely the next dungeon. Supposed to be the god of the sea, keeping peace in the ocean. But one day it just went crazy and started attacking people. All ships bringing food to the city were sunk by it. Okay, something was a bug was crawling on me. 1 second. Sorry, had to deal with a bug. The queen, yeah, Godzilla. The queen must have been beside herself. Apparently there's an invaluable treasure on that ship over there, but it's been left like that ever since the water dragon, sunk it. The treasure on the ship, are you? Apparently it was carrying a huge cargo of treasure. Heard this weird mallet that makes you as small as a bug. You can get through gaps as small as the eye of a needle with it. I can't think what on earth you could use it for, though. Looks like you were expecting some cash instead. Anyway, you really shouldn't be bathing here. No one would hesitate to have a wolf like you. Okay. Okay, this guy has some new information, some more information for us. The head priestess practices monstrously doing magic. If there's any trouble in the city, they call her for help. And there's been nothing but trouble in Sand City lately. He says he'll be back before too long. No one character who isn't terrifying and you use the Jackon system on service and cease to Chitoy. Yeah, that's true. That's some statue. You're gonna steal it if it's left out here much longer. Everyone just thinks you should be more careful. I don't know much about, you know, the Buddhist religion, so I don't know exactly what it is. Incense here. I'm trying to light the candles, but apparently they're already lit. But yeah, that ship's definitely a dungeon. What else would it be? The one thing I will notice is that other than getting new weapons, there's really not much in the means of powering up Amaterasu's attack. In this game, you just gotta get new weapons. That's really all you can do. Okay, let's look at the map here. Yeah, I want to explore everywhere before going into the obvious dungeon. Yeah, I don't know how exactly you get out of that. Okay, yeah, you have to use that pillar. I don't know exactly how you get that over there. Now, I do see what looks like a statue of a brush god. Keep casting them. I basically did every spell except for the one that would cut it in half. Like, there, finally. Can only be one time. You know, I do find it, I have always found it weird with this game that Amaterasu is vulnerable to water because it's, you know, fire deity. You know, fire god. But she's also vulnerable to fire. apparently also because Sun God. So I'm a little confused as to how this game works. Okay, yeah, that must be where we need the mouse to get through. Nice boxes. Okay, this leads somewhere. Oh, dog. But for the record, I do have a new game for after Deltarune's completed, and I have not forgotten Chroma Squad, by the way. I was just waiting to see if I could somehow transfer the last episode I recorded over to my new computer, which can actually, you know, do things. Oh wait, this is just me going backwards from the voice in that game. You know, my new computer can actually edit videos, but it turns out my old computer is apparently so old that modern jump drives no longer work in it. Like I literally got a 64-bit, 64 gigabyte jump drive for the sole purpose of moving my old, trying to move my old stuff over. What? Wait, what? What's going on? I think we hit a glitch. What? Where are we? I think we fell out of the world. Okay, everyone, we just literally fell out of the world. I'm scared to move. Okay, I think I see the way I can get out. Okay, good. Okay, apparently glitch if you run into... I don't think I could redo that even if I tried to. I'm glad that ended up on camera, but... yeah, apparently there's a glitch where if you run into those stairs at a precise... in a very, very precise way, you end up falling through the world and getting trapped in a void. Did not know that. Kinda glad I ended up getting that on camera, though. Okay, that goes over to the Ghost Ship of Death. I say Ghost Ship of Death because that is clearly a Ghost Ship of Death. I mean, look at it. Either that's a ship in service of Princess Luna, or it's a Ghost Ship of Death. Oh, hello, monkeys. And I don't want to restart because that means I have to start over from my last save. Which I guess probably means I should be saving more often. I still don't know how to deal with these. Like, would water work on it because it's kind of fire-based? No, I still don't know what I need to do to break these. I mean, this is a beautiful level. It honestly is. But I'm just curious as to what exactly is going on here. What are those rocks? Is around here, doggy? I've heard some nasty rumors in the city. You know anything about it? Apparently mysterious disease is spreading. People are dropping like flies. I know, it's just gossip. There's probably no truth in it. Let's get into beyond business. Let's see what if you've been... Yes, okay, I got stuff I can sell. To be like the sister's retiring. Yeah, it seems a bit out of nowhere. Like, it feels like they should have built up more to that. Like, it's the like, I'm not so against the idea. You know what, let's buy some of these, the moderate ones. Let's buy about 10 of them. I think we're gonna have some fun with those. But let's also, we don't need a lot of those. That's 5 more of each of these. The reason I want those exorcist slips is exorcism slips because I feel they'll probably come in handy if we have to fight those real guys again. Ooh. Giant seashell that I can stand on if I... No, I don't think I can stand on it. It's physically there. Also, we need a heal. We're actually the most damaged we've been the entire run, I think. We have not taken a lot of damage, to be honest. Ooh, okay. We can deal with this situation. I'm not so against the idea as a whole, because Lauren Faust and, you know, the original showrunners didn't always intend for Twilight to be Celestia's successor. Like, that was always the intent. But I feel like maybe they should have built up more to it. Because, let's just face facts, they're retiring apparently because the world's never been more peaceful. Which, granted, if there's a time skip, like, here's the thing, if there's a time skip in the universe where there hasn't been a villain for, like, a year, like, let's say there's a time skip between season, the last season and next season, there's, like, been a year-long time skip, which I wouldn't be opposed to. And there hasn't been anything notable crises in that year, I could kind of see that, but... yeah, it does feel a little rushed. Like, I'm not opposed to them maybe retiring if Twilight's immortal. Or perhaps if it's implied that, you know, the princesses just occasionally will, like, in the thousands of years they've reigned, they've occasionally just, you know, taken some time off, had someone they trust rule. That might work a little better. I'm not opposed to it. I want to see where it goes. Like, I'm opposed to it if nothing comes of it. I do feel that, you know, it's been rushed, but I'm more opposed to it if they don't do anything meaningful with it. Like, if they do something, like, really interesting with the idea, you know, I'm okay with it. Like, Twilight being the new ruler of well, I'm assuming Twilight and Cadence, but Crystal Empire is kind of its own sort of thing that's also kind of an equestrian territory, but kind of not. So, it's kind of weird how that works. But, you know, if they go somewhere with the idea of Twilight being the ruler of Equestria and actually do stuff with it, I'm okay with it in a sense. But it does feel a bit forced to a degree the way they're doing it. Now, like I said, one way it could potentially... Oh, hey, dude, you're here. Origami Sensei. Look who's here. Greetings, my favorite wolf friend. Huh? Hey, Gramps, what are you doing here? I am as elusive as my fighting skills, my friend. Be it a lone isle among the waves or the most rigid mountain peak, I forge a warrior's path throughout the land. What's brought you here? Do you once again seek my tutelage in the fighting arts? Okay, that's important. I need that. Holy Eagle. Dang it, I wish I hadn't... reflector techniques. If you mastered 4 wins, add a 5th hit to your combo. Spirit Storm. Spirit Armageddon? Hey, Trooper, if you're still watching, we can actually learn to use Armageddon. So we actually can get an Armageddon thing. 3 shears at a third hit to your standard glaive attack thread. Wailing Mirror, equipped with reflectors as main and sub weapons to increase attack power. Brown Rage. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything more about that, but I need this digging champ one. Once again, you choose to try your hand at the fighting arts. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as you wish and allow you to enroll in my dojo, but I must warn you I won't hold back this time. I can't buy the Armageddon spell yet, unfortunately, but don't worry, I definitely will. I don't know what it will do, but I'm sure it will do something. Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? You are unnecessarily hammy for teaching me how to dig. Long life Okame? What do you mean? Long live Okame? Hi, XX! Yeah. God, these ships are those over the ground, focus until you can dig in places where you can. Long live Okame. Okay, just keep digging. Understand? Yes. But, yeah, basically... Okay, we can dig here now. Okay. That's enough for now. Very impressive. You have shown me your warrior spirit. You must neglect that spirit. Train it every day to keep it strong. You may now go. Show those false creatures the true nature of the warrior. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I feel is wrong with it. In theory, it could work. Like, in theory, that could make sense. Enough, huh? You love gaining experience in a single skills admiral? Oh, yeah, you say it every single time. I find that guy insane. Like, he's cool. He's cool, he teaches us all these things, but how does he teach us half of the stuff he teaches us? Like, that's what I want to know, is how in the heck does he teach us half the things we can learn from him? Okay, can I dig here now? Yes, I can. But, yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with it. There's a lot of problems with it, but the biggest problem is, yes, that it comes out of nowhere and really needed a bit more of an explanation to it. There's only so many ways it can work. Like, one way it could work, but it would kind of cut short a lot of things, is if there's a time skip. Like, if there's a time skip between the seasons, like maybe a year or so... that could make it work. Okay, you guys again. But yeah, that is the biggest issue with it, is it's basically out of nowhere. Like, it could potentially work if they go with the idea that there's a time skip. Like, that could maybe work. Like, there's been a year where nothing really notable has happened. Like, let's say there's basically a year where there hasn't been one supervillain. Okay, I am going to use my exorcism slips on these guys because they are terrible. Did that just one-shot them both? Well! And holy crud, that got me a lot of money. Okay, so exorcism slips can one-shot those things in one hit. So these guys, not that much of an issue. But Here, have a bomb. Okay, now have a bomb. Like, again, like, that could maybe work if there was a, yeah, there was a time skip. The thing one interesting thing that, Brutality has said will be the case in the Codex verse, depending on how they play it in the show, is they're not actually retiring to retire. Like, they're not retiring from, you know, they're retiring from being princesses and rulers of Equestria, but not retiring, yeah. One way, like I said, the way that Brutality's planning to do in the Codex verse is, at least the way he told me in the comments, is the way he might do it, is the princesses are not retiring for the, you know, relaxation or to go do whatever you expect them to be doing. They're retiring to basically go and use their powers directly to deal with situations that they can't do while they're rulers of Equestria. And that's a more interesting concept, is that they're not retiring to relax, they're retiring to free themselves to use their power more directly to help. That's an interesting concept. Like, to me, that's a more interesting concept overall. And one that would make a lot more sense. That they feel Twilight is oh, cats. Hi, cats. I take it you like fish. I think they're calicos. I have a calico. But to me, that would make a lot more sense to do. Is they're retiring to go more directly aid in situations that they can't while their princess duties get in the way. Like, that would be a more interesting way they could play it. And that would work a lot. And I approve of that idea, because it would just make more sense. Well, also the series is ending. Like, that... Okay, that's a cool looking monster. Okay, given these looks, I'm going to assume one will be helpful. Okay, I've not actually damaged her. Okay, she's vulnerable when I use wind to blow her away. So she's vulnerable to wind. But wind in a specific way that she has to have her parasol open when I use it. Okay, that makes sense. I think the thing is that the series ended. Like, to me, that's the big thing, is the series is ending, so they want to throw in that last thing, and it doesn't feel earned. I've heard of Wakfu. I've never really watched it. Okay, I'm gonna wait to go that way once my ink has recharged. I want to see where this goes. But I've heard of it, and I know the basic idea of it. I hear a cow. But like I said, I think the way Brutality plans to do it is a lot better than the way the show is doing it, because that makes a lot more sense. Oh, hi, cows. You're cows. Funny story, I live next to a farm. Like, actually, my house used to be part of the farm. Like, where I live used to be part of a farm. Long story, I'm from a family of farmers. I mean, long story, incredibly short, I'm from a family of farmers. And this entire area used to be my grandfather's farm. So next door there are cows. And funny your story... Oh, this looks, terrifying. Huh? What the? Another big thing would be happening in place. What's up with this funky looking mist? Oh, it's hazardous to your health. I wonder if people can actually live normal lives in this nasty stuff. Okay, let's save. But yeah, like, I like that idea better because it feels more in character. To me, the basic reason that Queen Himiko has been doing all this time, only here for us, even the commoners. Now until now she's been able to protect Xi'an City from evil. And so why she would suddenly shut herself away. Queen Himiko, I beg of you, come to our rescue. Look, this looks bad, homie. Guys, purify this tree. No, I can't! Okay, these trees cannot be purified anymore. This is terrible. Our dragon is causing so much trouble out at the sea. It's gotten to the point that I can't procure any goods myself. We get tons of fish both in Ryoshima and here in the city. The advantage is to scare them all away. The price of fish has gone through the roof. What is it, Pooch? Intended to do shopping? I don't have much for sale, but you're free to take a look. That is actually... Okay, what's this? Fishing rod combining the purity of the snow and the spirit of work. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Some charcoal. Herbal medicine. I have a feeling this is important. So I will actually buy that. And this. Do I have anything I can sell? Yes, I do. And that's actually something I discussed with Brutality that he considered, is essentially in the Codex verse, which I contribute to a lot. The idea is that that's a one big razor. The light of the roads at night, but it's completely out now. You know, I'm beginning to think lowering the bridge might have been a terrible mistake. This is terrible. I need to deliver these letters without delay. So much pain that I can barely stand up. The mist is thickening again today, too. Oh, why does my body have to let me down today of all days? It does seem to make people feel sick and depressed. Have you ever heard of anything like this before, Amy? Brutality Inc. on DeviantArt. essentially a friend of mine. He basically has this world-building thing called the Codex verse. Very much. What are you doing in this latest? Now finally the time to be wondering if I am. Not since the mist arrived suddenly. Herstone's appearance hasn't helped matters either. Queen Unicorn is going to shut herself in the palace, and everyone else is hiding inside their homes. Shouldn't it be the job of our leader to help us through this? Anyway, business is slow today, to say the least. You can send to do some shocking, but let's get it over with. What do you have? Ooh! Oh, the seven-bladed sword. So he sells weapons. Do I have anything I can sell him? No, not really. Oh, this is creepy. But yeah, but basically the Codex Equestria, or Codex Equus, I think is now what it's being called, is this big world-building project. I noticed this all the time. The cursor behind me there, it's spreading out all kinds of evil. Except for being a guard at a time like this, I'd give anything to quit my job and get out of here. Water dragons are probably happy in the sea. They even say lots of boats have been sunk. So I've got the water dragon up front and the curse zone behind. I don't know where to turn. So yeah, I can't go in there. But essentially it's a big collaborative world-building project. And basically part of the backstory is there used to be an entire civilization of Alicorn. But, you know, that predate recorded history. And something happened involving Morningstar, who you might know from the Pony Point of View series. It's based off him. Caused some sort of war that destroyed the civilization, and the remaining Alicorns fled into somewhere to rebuild. And essentially that would be potentially where they would have retired to if they were actually retiring. Oh, this impressive weight. I cannot bear it. What's wrong, Vance? What's wrong? You sick or something? Huh? Oh no, I'm not sick. You're not? What about all that talk about weight you can bear? It is my soul that ails me, a tremendous weight presses upon it. Blossom Protector, Mr. Flower. Oh, what has become of our city? The cursed mist has covered the entire area of the lake. Slowly but surely tortures us as if we're being strangled. At first we thought that a thick fog had rolled in, but then people started falling ill. Worst of all, the cherry blossoms I worked so hard to take care of have withered and all lost their blossoms. Can I help you by doing this? No, that just covers you in ink. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cover you in ink. But yeah, that would have been where they returned to, if they were actually returning. Like, retiring in that fashion. Which would have made some degree of sense, but that's just not how things work. And for those that like Ultraman, I actually managed to include a character who is basically a grown-up Ultraman Yeet in Codex. So I find that very interesting, and that hole's not leaving. Like, I don't know, it's just there, I guess. Oh, and by the way, XX, you missed me falling through a hole in the world. Hey, Trooper. I fell into a hole. By the way, XX, you missed me discovering a glitch where if you hit the stairs up to the temple outside. Yeah, no one said it's perfect. I just thought you might find it amusing. Because, and it wasn't a glitch that I was stuck in. The game designers had enough foresight to make it so if you fall through the world. I highly doubt they would. Or if they do, it would make a little more sense, at least in one of their cases. Like, Luna retiring in the bridge might make a little more sense if she retires to Terra. Like, to Godzilla's world. Because, spoilers if you have not read the bridge all the way through, but all the fan art on DeviantArt should probably clue you in. Yeah, you would think. Like, wait for Twilight to be an adult Alicorn. Like, there's a... Like, in the bad future of the bridge, there's a reason the princesses are no longer around, and it's not because they died. Well, it is probably because they died, but the bad future is essentially in the bridge, if you're not caught up on the story. Spoilers again, but this reveal was a while ago. The princesses are the daughters of Harmony, the top god of Eclipse. Like, and by top god, I mean top god. She is a god. She is not a creature that calls itself a god. She is literally a god. If she were to fight Grand King Ghidorah, she would turn him into mincemeat. Like, at one point it is outright said that if King Ghidorah fought her alone, it would be suicide. Like, that is how powerful Harmony is. And that was only at, like, 30% of her full power. But... And Bagan is equal in power. Like, that's the thing. Bagan, Grogar, and Harmony are all equal in power in the bridge. But Celestia and Luna are her daughters. And they are a piece of her power given Manifest. So if she were to ever have to return to her true power, to say fight Bagan at his full power, or Grogar at his, she would have to recall all the power she split off from herself. And I'm assuming that's why in the bad future the princesses no longer seem to be around, because Harmony was forced to go to that level. Which, given the implied situation, I actually can understand why she would. So, in that sense, it's kind of like there's a reason they're not around in the bad future. Because the implication is that Bagan and Grogar both regained their full strength and went to war with one another, and Harmony might have had to do something drastic. But I might be wrong, but that seems to be the implication. Ow, I've been under the weather for a while now. Lately the pain's so bad that I seize up when I'm out and about. First, I don't have time for this. Ow, stop staring at me, Matt. Aww. No warning to fall over the sea and won't go away. It's downright unnatural. It seems there are still people who are unaffected, but who knows what will happen if this continues a few more days. But yeah, essentially, that's the whole thing with that bad future, is there's a good reason the princesses wouldn't be around anymore. Yes. And I'm feeling worse and worse every day. People say the water dragon's causing all sorts of problems. Me, the Hiroshima Trust will never be at peace again. I can't bear this worry and pain anymore. All will be over. Oh, I'm feeling so sorry for these people. But yeah, to go with what Holy Cross said, it would be potentially possible that Luna, at least, would retire. That actually is a good point. Like, if the city is in such bad shape, like, outside was bad, but I also got rid of the curse zone already. So they actually could just go out, I mean, the curse zone outside the city, so they could actually just leave. But essentially, for those not, again, spoilers if you're not caught up on the bridge. It's a great story. If you're not caught up on it, catch up on it. It's really good. Look, a dried up pond or something. I wonder where all the water went. Godzilla Jr. and Luna end up becoming a couple. Now, I know that sounds weird, and when just saying that, it sounds weird. And I admit it is kind of weird, but it's a ship that actually makes sense, and it was one of those things where the author didn't originally intend for it to happen, and it just kind of developed in that direction. I'm not even sure if Tarb considered, like, had any of the romantic pairings that ended up happening considered ahead of time. Carpenter, what's going on? I don't know what came over me, and I had this incredible sense of pain. I feel like this and can't move an inch. I'm so useless. If I don't get to work on the canal with the boss, we won't be able to get water flowing again. I knew. Well, there's a lot of treasure down here. But that's just the thing, is that it would make sense for her to retire to Terra if she and Junior continue to be a thing after everything is said and done. Out digging for water source. Any canal here? Looks interesting. What do you think, Almy? First I confounded the water dragon cargo starting this commotion. How can a god of the sea be... okay. Are the dragons to blame for the state of this canal, too? All that fuss caused the lake to plug itself up. Master Carpenter Nagari. Hey, Ami, looks like there's trouble over here, too. The whole city is a complete mess. Oh, did you come here for a drink of water, Wolf? Well, I'm afraid it's completely dried up. The canal was really an important source of water for us. That's why I'm digging a hole to see if I can tap into it again. You're sick of that now that there's hardly anyone to help out. But I'm the only one left, one lowly carpenter. I'm determined not to give up. You get quite fit doing my job. How now I can reap the benefits. I build almost everything here in Xi'an, you know. So there's nothing I don't know about the place. Want to know where the key to this water source lies? Lies in Lake Bawin's drain plug. Sure seem to listen well, Torpooch. Maybe I should tell you about the Lake Biwa's plug ring. Floating in the middle of Lake Biwa. Water is from what is the water. The water from it is what fuels the canal on the city. One of those engines that made the plug seal. One of the canal building. That's why we're in this sorry state now. I'm sure that plug is located beneath this area. If I can dig my way to it, the water should come crashing out. Pretty exciting, don't you think? If you think that, then maybe you can help out. Okay, another digging game. Symbols can only answer with their eyes. Still, it doesn't matter what if you're willing to help. Listen carefully while I explain what you have to do. Like I told you, Lake Biwa's plug is right below us. I'll concentrate all my efforts on finding it. All you need to do is use those claws and get digging. I'll use the hole you dig to get to the plug. And when I reach it, I'll get a good whack and open it up. When no water comes out, you might need to give me a hand. Understand what you have to do? Yes. Oh, it is. Okay. DeviantArt says his birthday's on a weird date, by the way. For those that don't know. It's time for Wolf and Human to pull energy together. Let's get moving. But yeah, I could see Luna retiring in the bridge if she wants to spend... Shoot. Okay, this was a bad idea. Shoot. Okay, so now where do I go? Are we stuck now? Okay, I think we're stuck now. Well, no, there's still hope if I can do this. Okay, there. Now I just need to wait for him to get over here so I can blow him over. Okay, I'm out of... Okay, and I can't... Okay, I gotta keep digging in. Just wait for my ink to recharge. Remember, there is one beat in this game that's only available... Okay, so I'm going to smash that in half, and then put a bomb like here. Okay, where can we head? Okay, I thought we can do this. Then this. Then wait for him to get down here. And blow him that way. And let's dig down here. And I need my... We should almost be the bottom. No. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, we're at the bottom yet, so that's all that matters. We got to the bottom. What? Wait. What? We got to the bottom. That's all he said. Okay, remember there is a 1 beat in this game that only becomes available to get between the final dungeon being finished and the point of no return. Okay. Okay, so where do I go now? I don't know. Okay, so let's cut this. Dig through this. Now. Okay, we're going to be stuck here for a little bit. So, what was I supposed to do there? I don't... We were supposed to get to the bottom, weren't we? Wasn't that what we were supposed to do? Once he gets down here, I'll launch him over. Okay, that was not what I intended to happen, but it happened. Okay, so now what do I do down here? Ah, okay. You need to wait for him to find the right thing is all. Okay. That one wasn't as... like, the other one was really hard, the second one that I did. Okay, so there's only a bead that... I'm not really 100% a 100% completionist dude. Whoop, this is wonderful. Water from Lake Baiwa. Sia has had his fair share of hardships lately. The water dragon on the rampage and that strange mist all over. I don't know what trials present themselves to us. If we solve them, we will emerge unscathed. But now my work here is done now. Thanks, Wolf. You did a good job. Okay. So we at least partially saved the city. I feel like my whole body's being choked or something. Okay, well, at least that's one thing. Now, where do I go now? That actually kind of makes my life a little harder, to be honest, because now I gotta find ways to get around this, the canal. But back to what I was saying about, the bridge. It would make sense in the bridge for Luna to retire to Terra if you know, if things look like they're decently peaceful in Equestria, which it might very well be the case, because well, it kind of depends, to be honest. Now, how do I even get past? Okay, I just run along this. Am I just not? Okay, that's not really fair, to be honest, but whatever. Ah, come on. Why can't I get out of this? Like, this seems like okay, there we go. Alright, Himiko's lair. Okay, well, so, I was traveling the country to perfect my martial arts. Arrived here in Sion, I suddenly started to feel ill. I heard rumors before that Queen Himiko's holy power was incredible. Surely this can't be her doing. Her city is suspicious too, but I won't let that get the better of me. Nothing will get the better of me. So it would make sense. Oh yeah, that's a good point. What do you want, dog? You come to see Miss Rio, have you? You can hear her give sermons in the lecture hall up ahead. She's taking care of things while Queen Himiko is in the palace. Concerning that mysterious illness, life here in Rio is full of uncertainty at the moment. So lucky to have someone like Miss Rio to lead us. She's there for all of us, cats and dogs included. Interesting thing, if Himiko is the one that I'm thinking, the one from mythology, she was a shaman queen in Japan. I haven't been feeling too well lately. And I'm not the only one. There are sick people all across the town. Some of them are so ill that they've taken to their beds. I'll be fine because I'm fit, but it's the weak folk I worry about. In other words, the water dragon seems to have gone mad. It's causing all sorts of trouble out in the sea. It's only natural everyone's feeling uneasy. If only Queen Himiko would show her face. I know she must be busy praying, but the people would be so happy. What's going on with her? Probably an evil villain. I'm assuming there's an evil villain involved. The city's bigwigs live across the bridge ahead. There is crammed full of awesome palaces. One of them belongs to Himiko, the Royal of Nikon. I can tell because it's really huge. It's not, and I have no idea what she's like, but I'm not sure what I like her. She doesn't seem to be doing anything about this mist. Plus, I make it a point to never trust queens in the like anyway. Yeah, I don't think she's an evil queen, because the mythological queen, Himiko, was actually a really good person, so... And one of Kamen Rider Ghost's... Okay, that's ominous. Hello, person covered in weapons. Oh, Benkei! Okay, last time is here. Benkei, the fisherman monk, shall lay claim to his 100,000 sword. Okay, I'm happy about that he's here. Okay, for those that don't know, Benkei is pretty much one of the big folk heroes in Japan. Like, he is a really big folk hero and a paragon of royalty. So, I'm kind of happy to see him here. I've traveled far and wide, challenging master swordsmen, and 99 swords have I claimed by my own hand. Now that I have defeated all who would dare challenge me, the last sword has eluded me. I need but one more to make 1,000, and thus able to have one more. And until I legend drew me to the city. And the living sword lies in the depths of Lake Biwa. With the legend of Lake Biwa, even I could barely believe it when I first heard it. They say a living sword swims freely in these waters. True, that would make a fitting addition as my 1,000th sword. This bridge is a very special contraption. One command can make it passable and another impassable. As you can see, it makes for a prime place to fish. It leaves me to cut off access to the city, but I'm afraid this bridge shall stay this way until I fish for the living sword. So much easier said than done. There's no mere fishing trip for me. This is a true battle with the living sword. Therefore, arm myself with the right weapon. That fishing rod over there at the tool dealer's in town will be perfect. Oh, you should see it. The purest of white, like falling snow. There is no chance of victory without that rod. So it appears that I cannot afford it. Oh, what am I to do now? So you have a rod as well, Pooch. Don't tell me you plan on fishing for the living sword. That looks like a rather fine rod. A warrior must arm himself with the right weapon for the battle. This is the cardinal rule for aspiring warriors, remember that. So can I use that right now? Or does it count as a... No? How do I even use that thing? Oh. So there's a way to use the rod, I just don't know what it is. And yeah, I remember the dry pond. Also, I would suggest actually looking up some of the fan art for Luna and Godzilla Jr. from the bridge. It's actually adorable. And especially some of their fan art kids. And it is actually a ship that I'm on board with because their character arc in the bridge is actually really, really good. Ah, here it is. Here's that dried lake. Not sure what to use it for, though. Okay, so... no, that's not it. I honestly don't know what to do with this thing, except maybe talking again. Ah, that's the one. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to Ben. Okay, I didn't mean to hit your cat, dude. Let me see. But yeah, it's just it's one of those fan pairings that I really like because it came organically as part of the story. That's the thing with all the romantic pairings in the bridge. They're all based off of natural character development, and I don't think Tar planned any of them. This is okay. You should see it. It is Veer's ride of falling snow. There is no chance of victory without the rod, unless it's Veer cannot afford it. What to do? That's blinding snow, the rod from the tool dealer. With that fine rod, I can at last have a chance against the living sword. Now be a good doggy and give it here. Yeah, I will. Oh, happy day. I have never fished before. But it should not be much different from a good sword fight. Now to catch that 1,000th sword. Engage in a mortal combat with an elusive living sword. Been holding my rod over the water for some time now. Get to fight. As you know they can say, patience is a virtue. I shall sit here as long as it takes. Ami, Hoodhead here is never going to last so close to this fight. It's time for you to do some angling magic over here. Show him how you do it. Fish sword out of this lake. There's really a living such a thing as a living sword anyway. We fought all sorts of crazy monsters. Okay, and then you got the basic idea, right? Okay, let's try this one here. I think I hooked something. For it. Hoodhead, pull. Well, we got a fish, which we can sell because fish prices are through the roof right now. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, right, I thought we were giving some fish to the beast. Kill a fish. Okay. Yeah, I'm betting the living sword is actually a sword fish. That would make a lot of sense. Alright, the big fish take multiple hits to kill. I like this minigame though. Okay, this one has multiple, takes multiple hits to get, I guess. Shoot. Dang it. Yes, I see the fish. I just missed. Okay, well we killed that thing. A cutlass fish, the living sword. Okay, not what I expected. I mean, I expected it to be a fish. I got 3 kills at last. I got to fill my dream. You know, I think in real life, if I remember right, Benkei never actually got his 1000th sword. That's a living sword. That's what I've been pursuing all this time. Oh, dinosaur. I mean, that was one big cutlass fish. A cutlass is a kind of sword, isn't it? Plus, what are the odds of catching an ocean fish in a lake? Spare me solace. Enough about that. A monk never goes back on his word. I shall make this jigsaw bridge passable once more. Well, he kept his word. Didn't realize how foolish my obsession with swords is. Fishing, now that is a most worthy pursuit. Okay, so Benkei in this universe likes to fish. Now before I do anything, I'm going to save, and that'll be me in the live stream because we're at the 2-hour mark. But yeah, I'm not really sure if Tarb planned any of the romantic pairings in the bridge. I know the one played, one of them was definitely not planned because the character was not ever supposed to be more than a one-shot, but she ended up becoming, like, fitting so well into the story that they made her a mainstay. And I'm trying to think. The only one I can think of is Anguirus and Kaseong, or T-Song, whatever, however you pronounce her name. But anyway, that's where we're going to end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you Monday for the first episode of the final episode of Deltarune. And Wednesday for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I may try to get an episode of Chroma Squad up this week. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.